I know you love being a grandma and going to bed by 8 p.m., but your grandma also has a pretty bomb social life. So if you're going to step into the grandma life, you got to fully step into the grandma life if you want to have less binges. And I want to talk about what I mean by this. I know you love your habits, you love your routines, you get up early, you do your journaling, you do your meditation, you work out, but then you go to work and you're busy all day, busy. You come home, and because you've been so busy at work and you're so exhausted from work, you really don't have the energy to do much. You just kind of go to bed and you wake up the next morning and you repeat the same cycle over and over again. Or maybe you come home in the evening and you self-soothe with food because you're bored, or you feel like there's nothing to do, or you just have to comfort yourself. It's like a reward for, working long hours throughout the day, and you just binge in the evening. And there's no joy in your life. There's no fun in your life. When I ask you, what do you do for fun? You're like, my workouts bring me joy, and eating brings me happiness, but that's pretty much it. You are blocking yourself from experiencing so much joy because you're not living your life. I was talking to one of my clients inside of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy, and we had this conversation. It's like she loves going to bed early. She loves waking up early, doing her morning routine, getting in her workout. But it was like, okay, but then I just work all day, and there's nothing else to do in the day. There's nothing else to do in the evening. So that's when I just comfort myself with food. It's like a reward at the end of the day. And then you avoid going to social events because you're so worried about the food and what are the calories and what am I going to eat? But all of these things are causing you to isolate yourself. You're not going to the social event, so you feel isolated, you feel lonely, and of course, you're going to turn to food to comfort yourself. And then you consume actually way more calories than if you just went to the social event and went to the dinner party with your friends and enjoyed your time, not even enjoyed the food, but also enjoyed the time with your friends. So you can still be a grandma, okay? I love being a grandma. I love it. I love going to bed early. I love waking up early. I love my routines. I love my habits. You can have all those habits, routines, and habits in place and routines in place, but you need way more pleasure in your life to reduce the amount of binges that you're experiencing. A grandma, yes, they go to bed early, and we can joke about that. I just laugh because a lot of the clients that I attract, they resonate with being a grandma. They're like, I love going to bed early. I'm like, yes, that's the vibe. But also my grandma, especially one of my grandmas, I called her Nona on my dad's side, and she literally had the most bomb-ass freaking social life ever. She did way more things in an entire week than sometimes I used to do in months. She'd be going to here, she'd be going to the club and to play cards, and then she was invited here and she was invited there. She said yes to everything. She lived the greatest life. So you can be a grandma going to bed early and, having your routines and having your habits in place, but you also got to live your life. You got to live your life, and not only are you going to be happier and way more fulfilled, but when you feel bored, you're not going to have the desire to get high through food because you're already high living your life. So fully step into your grandma's life, okay? Fully step into your grandma's life, the grandma who has the best social life, and just watch how you start to feel less impulsive with food. Watch how your food thoughts start to quiet down. And you don't automatically turn to, the ice cream or the brownie or the ice cream or whatever it is when you're feeling bored or lonely. This is the true definition of a grandma. Again, I think about my one grandma, and it's she just lived. She was always laughing. She was always smiling. She was the life of the party. Even when we would have social events or we had a family cottage, and I would always want her there because she was always the life of the party, laughing and dancing and just having fun. I tell my clients this all the time. Live your life more. The more you actually live your life, the less binges you're going to have. The more you live your life, the less binges you're going to have. But you're so focused on, but I got to go to bed early and I got to wake up early and I got to do these routines. And then I need to be so perfect and I need to be so structured. And I can't go out with friends because, oh my God, my body image. And I can't go out with friends because, oh my God, the calories. And you're blocking yourself from living. You're blocking yourself from joy. You're blocking yourself from actually just living your life. And right now, you're not seeing it as being connected to your relationship with food. You're like, no, like my whole binging situation has nothing to do with me going to social events, but it absolutely does. It absolutely does. You know, even one of my clients, she just got back from vacation in Miami. She had the best time with her girlfriends. And she's like 70 plus days binge free. She had the best time. Imagine if she didn't go, she wouldn't have had those memories. She wouldn't have just had so much fun and actually like filled up her cup. If she just stayed at home and it's like, oh, well, I probably should have been on that trip. And oh, I feel so bad. Like, oh, I know I'm holding myself back. Oh, I know I'm just like playing the waiting game and like waiting to feel better in my own skin. And then you feel bad. And then it's like, I need to self-soothe because I feel bad. And I see all my other friends taking all these pictures and going on the vacation. I want to do that, but I feel like I can't. You feel like you can't, but you can. You're just not allowing yourself to. That is the difference. You can go on the trip. You can live your life. You can't go to the social event. You're telling yourself you can't because, oh, I don't have the body yet. Or, because the food, I can't trust myself. You can and you will the more times you actually go and you live your life. So fully step into your grandma life, okay? You can still go to bed early. You can still wake up early, do all of your habits, all of your routines, but you got to also add the grandma's bum social life where she says yes to everything and she actually goes and lives her life. And I promise you, when you actually do this, you're going to reduce the amount of binges that you have.